It's great for us to be able to understand the relationship between the equations that we solve in any of our math courses and what the graph actually looks like. So this very short lesson is just to show you basically what it looks like on your graph when you're solving an equation. So for instance, here are two graphs. The blue graph is y equals negative x plus 2. And the red graph is y equals 2x minus 4. So we're going to use the graph to solve this equation. And then I'm going to show you mathematically that it's the same solution. So the solution to this equation would be the point at which they meet. So looking at the graph, they meet at 2, 0. 2 on the x, 0 on the y. Which means when I solve this, x should be 2. So let's take a look. If I add x to each side, that gives me 3x minus 4 equals 2. If I add 4 to each side, I get 3x equals 6. And if I divide by 3, I get that x is 2. That's the same x value I had before. Using that same graph, let's look at inequalities instead of equations. So if I look at 2x minus 4 is less than negative x minus 2, again, this was the negative x plus 2, and this was the 2x minus 4. So what we're saying is, when is this less than this? So when is this red line less than the blue line? So looking at the graph, the red line is less than the blue line anywhere up to the point of 2. So I would say negative infinity to 2 is likely going to be my answer, which of course in an inequality would be that x is less than 2. Let's take a look. If I add x to each side, that gives me 3x. If I add 4, that gives me 3x is less than 6. Divide by 3, x is less than 2. So now let's take a look at the other one. Same order, but we're saying greater than. So we're saying, where is red greater than blue? So where is the red higher than the blue? So the greater y value, that's anywhere from 2 on to infinity, because obviously red is above blue from 2 to infinity. So x is greater than or equal to 2, or 2 on to infinity. So let's show that algebraically as well. Adding x gives me 3x. Adding 4 gives me 6. And x is greater than or equal to 2 is my solution. So just graphically, and not having to actually solve algebraically, graphically, go ahead and find these 3 solutions and then press play to check your work. So for the first, where are the 2 equal to each other? Obviously the 4x is the steeper one, so this is y equals 4x minus 1. This is y equals 1/2 x minus 1. So where do they equal each other? Where do they cross? They cross at 0, negative 1. And so for the x value, that would be 0. Where is the red line greater than blue? So the red line is greater than blue from negative infinity up to 0. So I would say x is less than 0 would be my solution. And where is red less than blue? That would be from 0 on to infinity. So x is greater than or equal to 0. Those would be my solutions.